Welcome to Carbon and Ether Podcast, where knowledge meets understanding. I am your host today, Marcus, aka Kamillyon. Please, if you got time, like, share, and subscribe. And also, take time to comment about the shows, and we need your input. And it helps us out. It helps us to get better with our shows and do more. And we do this for the people. All right, today's show is going to be talking about the importance of health in the black community and how I reversed diabetes. Well, simple story. Previously, I had a week where I was doing a whole lot of drinking and just doing too much. It was several days in a row where I was just drinking a whole lot, and I was feeling real weird. I would go to sleep and wake up in the middle of the night feeling like a little burning sensation here and there. And I thought, well, maybe it's just, acid reflux or something like that. But turns out it was more than that. I just let it go by for a couple of days, and it came to a point to where on a Tuesday, I was just sitting back kicking it in the studio, doing my own thing, living life. I had work, but the thing about that day was, while I was working, in the middle of the day, I was feeling kind of sleepy and just tired. And I had noticed that I had swelling in my ankles. So that swelling in your ankles is a part of saying that you got clogged arteries. So if you have those swelling in your ankles, you need to really pay attention to that. And I just bypassed like, oh, maybe it's swollen because I've been working out too much or working too hard or whatever, or just doing too much. And I needed to slow down. So like I said, I was in the studio just chilling, making music and, working on the Carbon Ether show and doing my thing, and all of a sudden I felt this burning sensation right here in my stomach, kind of in my chest, in between here. And it just kept getting intense, and it was just intensifying. So I was like, man, there's got to be something wrong real deep. And then I said, okay, well, maybe I'll go lay down for a minute, take some antacid or something, and, I'll wake up, I'll feel fine, and maybe I was just tired and I just needed rest. So I went to lay down. Little did I know, that didn't work. It didn't go away. I couldn't sleep because it was so intense, for one. And for two, there's no way in the heck you can sleep not knowing that you're having a heart attack and don't know it. I didn't know that at the time, but I'm glad I did what I did. So my next step was to get up and go to the health department that was right next door to where I live in my complex. So by the time I got over there, I walked over there. I didn't get in the car because I knew this was something very serious. So I walks in. The guy at the front desk is like, hey, man, are you all right? I'm like, no. He's like, do you need to check in? I'm like, check in? Check in for what? I feel like I'm dying. When you talking about check in for insurance or something like that, man, and I'm about to fall out, pass out, dying? No, ain't no way in the hell. So I'm looking at him like, man, I got pain shooting down my left arm all the way down to my fingertips. And I'm like, oh, my God, I don't know what's going on. It just felt like knives just stabbing each one of my fingers. Just stabbing me in the hand. So I'm like, something is seriously wrong. So I run over. I'm sweating by this time profusely. I'm just sweating, like out of nowhere. And then all of a sudden I felt like, oh, I'm getting nauseated. And that nauseous feeling was a part of having a full-on heart attack, and I didn't know this, So I'm like looking for the trash can so I can throw up. So by that time, they called back the nurses, the doctor came out, everyone came out, and they were like taking my blood pressure. They gave me a barf bag. As soon as they gave me that bag, I just heaved it all up. And I'm just sweating. Come to find out, my blood pressure was through the roof. So it was probably a combination of drinking a lot, eating the wrong things, a lot of processed food, of course. And, back in the day, I used to smoke. So all those things play factors when it comes down to health. So they sit me down, they check everything, and then all of a sudden, they said, well, it's time for us to call an ambulance. So, little did I know, they was already calling them. I was like, don't call them. I thought after I threw up that I was all right. No, you're not all right when it comes down to having clogged arteries in your heart and you don't know it. So it's very important today and tomorrow and whenever you can. Get checked out. Even if it's twice a year, get checked out because your health is so important. So important. If you want to live older and be wise and be able to spend time with your grandkids and your family and not just croak over and just drop dead, you need to go take care of your health. So now, continuing with my story. I'm in an ambulance for the first time in my life. Sitting in the ambulance, looking up. They're giving me nitrogen for my heart so they can open up my blood vessels. Little I know, I had 3 clogged arteries. Didn't find that out till I got to the hospital. So they're giving me 3 nitrogen tabs to open up my blood vessels. We get to the hospital, and I'm still feeling funny. I'm still burning in my chest because I'm having a full-on heart attack at this point. And the doctors immediately got me from that ambulance and put me right on the operating table. And I had went to surgery immediately because I had 3 clogged arteries. One was 75%, one was like 89, and the one that's called the Widowmaker, which is the most important one, was 99% blocked. And if I didn't have other arteries to bypass that one artery, and that would have completely closed, and the other, if I had other arteries in there that got clogged, I could have died. So this is my testimony to tell you people, really, you got to take care of your health, especially us as melanated people, because they don't tell us. They gave us a whole bunch of bull to fill up our stomachs with that is not good. All this processed meat, all this stuff right here, is no good, man. So get the surgery. They unclogged the 2 arteries that was causing the heart attack. Luckily, it wasn't the one that was 99% blocked. It was the other 2 that was causing me to have a heart attack. So they put in 2 stents first. So I got the 2 stents. I spent probably like a week in the hospital, not knowing how I was gonna do, and the whole time just thinking, man, I just want to get back to my family. I just want to get right and make sure I'm doing what's right to clean up my system and get back on the right track. So after that hospital stint, got home, and I'm just chilling out for that following week. And all of a sudden, I'm feeling weird again. So I had my girl take me to the hospital. And by that time, I was feeling really bad again. And it was tough. Let me tell you, it was very tough. I had to go back to the hospital. And by that time, they were telling me, we're going to have to do the other clogged artery. So I'm back in the hospital again. And of course, I don't know what's going on. So it's a good thing that I did go back, because being that I did go back, they ended up having a problem with one of the stents. So they had to go back and work on me again and get that other stent. So they said, while I'm here and I got to fix this other stent, let's go ahead and unclog that one that's 99% so you won't have to worry about it anymore. So thank goodness they worked on me and got that other artery unclogged. And here I am today to tell my whole story of how this all happened to me. This is what started me on my health journey, and starting on my new ways of eating and working out and staying active. The one thing you have to do as a black man, as a black woman, as melanated people, period, is make sure you're eating right. And eating right may not seem much, but food heals the body and soul. So for me to be here to talk to you about this is very important, because I was able to reverse type 2 diabetes, not knowing I had it. I didn't know I had type 2 diabetes until I had a heart attack. So what I want you to do is not wait until this happens to you, because it can happen to you. It can happen to any one of us at a drop of a dime. You don't know. Life is so precious and very important. So what I did was I started an alkaline diet. And Dr. Sevi is very much right about what he did as far as his research in eating the mushrooms, the alkaline, the celery, the broccoli, and the certain beans, and stuff like that, and taking the herbs. The herbs they come from the planet, man. The planet is what heals us. You could ground yourself by taking your shoes off, walking barefooted, and then standing next to a tree and just touching that tree. That will ground you and make you feel better, because this whole earth is electricity, and you need to eat foods that are electric: apples, legumes, oranges. Anything that has electricity that grows from the sun. That's what we need to be eating as melanated people. And if we don't do that, we'll continue to perish in different ways. Heart attacks, strokes, high blood pressure. Hypertension is like number one with all of us in our communities, and we need to definitely take care of ourselves when it comes to that. So I've been basically just always checking my sugar, which when I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, my sugar levels, my A1C was at 7. So in order to be diabetic, it has to be over 6.5, which I had just went over that range within a 6-month period. So I was able to get a hold of this real quick. So in the past, 7, 8 months, I've been exercising regularly, walking every day, and then hitting the gym. You don't have to hit the gym every day, but get in there at least 2-3 times a week. You'll feel so much better. You know what I'm saying? It just gets your body moving, gets your blood flow going. So beetroot powder, that's another good thing to take, because it has nitrous oxide in it, nitrogen oxide, which is very good to open up your blood vessels to keep them everything flowing, your blood and your system going. And it's also anti-inflammatory. So all the foods that are anti-inflammatory, you need to have them on your plate. Because if you don't have these foods on your plate, you will suffer from hypertension, diabetes, heart attack, stroke, all of this. And you mix it in with drinking all the time, that'll actually just enhance it times 20. So drinking and smoking and all of that stuff right there for us is very bad. So all the meats and processed food, very bad for us. I'm going to tell you right now, because a lot of it causes cancer. And, they won't tell you at the hospital. And I'm going to tell you, because you need to know these things, because it can save your life. It can save your parents' life. It can save your kids' life. It can save all our lives if we eat the right way. We have to. We have to be strong enough to fight the oppression that has been given us, which is food. Yeah. So, with that being said, I really, enjoy trying to teach people and telling people how to focus on what they need to be eating, how they need to be eating, and what they need to be doing if they want to reverse type 2 diabetes. I did it. So now my A1C is at 6.4, which is under the diabetic range. But I still have work to do, because I'm still considered pre-diabetic, but not diabetic. So next time I go, my goal is to get it under 5.7, which would be not even pre-diabetic. But I want to share this with you, because I know this is a way to motivate you to do differently, to eat differently, to think differently, in order to, beat this process, because it's not over. Once you're diagnosed, it is not over for you. There's ways to cure it, but, a lot of times they try to do it through medicines. And I'll tell you one other thing. If they try to prescribe you metformin, do not take it as melanated people, because it causes damage to your kidneys, and you do not want your kidneys, and you do not want to harm your kidneys, because the next thing you know, you'll be on dialysis, which it's a painful process. Supposedly, yes, you don't want to be in that boat. Our health is very important. Tell your kids, tell your family. Once again, this diabetes is no joke, and strokes and heart attacks are no joke. They are, like some of the number one killers of us as melanated people, and you don't want to fall in that category. Being 45 and having all that happen in one swoop was a lot to take in, and the medications that they have you on when you have this happen to you, you don't want to be on them, not for a lifetime. Only thing you really need, you really want to be on is aspirin. All this other stuff has things that has side effects. I didn't even mention the side effects that some of this medicine have, because at first, some of the medicines I was taking was having me upset stomach, diarrhea, all kinds of stuff that, it causes. So you don't want it. In order for you not to be on these type of medicines, take your time, eat right, do your research, because don't just take it from my word, because I did my research, and I'm here to tell you, and you can see what I've done. I've reversed what happened to me, and I'm gonna continue to reverse what happened to me and get more healthier as I go. So with that being said, hey, I love y'all out there, man, and take care of your families. Take care of your health. It's very important. You're melanated, so we can't eat the same things that the other people eat, man, because that will definitely take you out faster. You got a lot of people that are not here no more because they didn't listen. They wanted to eat what they wanted to eat and be like, oh, it's okay, I'll be all right. Oh, this hamburger ain't gonna do nothing to me. Or this steak, oh, let me eat this steak. Red meat, man, it's not good for you. It's acidic. Like I said, you want to stay on the alkaline diet, fruits, vegetables, and stuff like that. Because if you don't, you could be in the same shoes that I was in. And you don't want to be in those shoes. It didn't look like I was sick, but I was sick. And I'm here to tell my story. And I'm glad I'm still here, man, because I got grandkids now. I got other family members that depend on me, that love me, that want to see me around. And I'm sure you do too. So with that being said, man, I appreciate you guys. I love you. And this show is dedicated to, people out there that are falling. And I love my black people, man. Please, please, if you didn't get anything out of this show today, make sure you tell somebody that you love them. Peace. And keep them confused, living the lie just to keep them amused. Knowledge is power, but wisdom is key. Unlocking karma, either let the truth set you free.